Okay, so here we are with our Honda Shadow 1100, and I picked this bike up for a real good price. It only had 5,000 miles on it, and I put about 1,000 miles on it or so, but it was completely stock, and the exhaust, you know, it's pretty mild on it, so I ordered some pipes in from Amazon. I'll post the link on them, but they were only $270 or so, which was real cheap for full tubed pipes with baffles. So we'll go ahead and put those on. We're going to go ahead and put a jet kit in the carburetor from Jet to account for the higher flow, and we'll also put a K&N air filter on there while we're at it. So alright, so as you see, we've got the seat and I guess both seats off and the tank off. Now what I want to do is stop, and we're going to do the K&N air filter install. So if this is what you're after out of this video, then ignore taking the gas tank off. You do not need to do that. So you have 4 screws located around the 4 corners of the air cleaner. So you just loosen those. Be careful not to lose them. And see if I can do this with one hand here. The wiring is a bit in the way, so so I don't mess up any of my wiring, I'm gonna set the camera down really quick and lift that out. Okay, so with a little bit of twisting and angling, you really want to be careful with your wiring. You can yank this out. So it didn't take me but a second there after I put the camera down. But anyway, after that, the filter comes right out, and this looks like it's pretty dirty in there. This looks like the original filter from 2002, which isn't a surprise because the bike only has 5,000 miles. But anyway, pretty dirty, so we'll go ahead to getting the K&N filter on here. Okay, so we have a side-by-side comparison of the K&N filter to the stock air cleaner. And normally I'm not a big K&N fan. I just don't see, you know, a tremendous advantage, but I think my new filter was fairly expensive from the dealer to get a Honda filter again, so I thought, oh well, might as well give it a shot here. So pretty simple. It comes with this insert that you have to put on your filter cap here, so make sure that's clean, and you peel off the backing and you stick it right on. So that's simple enough. So pretty simple here. You just simply are gonna, you know, get your filter dropped in, and you'll put everything, make sure it's good and seated down, and then you'll put everything back together in reverse order. I did wipe out my air box there with a wet rag before I went ahead and put that filter in, so that's something that you can do if you're really meticulous. But anyway, that's pretty much it. We're gonna put this back on, and if your tank wasn't on, you just reinstall everything in the reverse order. So that's pretty much for the K&N filter and just a standard air filter replacement. A good tip that when you're getting your filter cover back on here, to get your filter cover situated and then manipulate it around a little bit and lift it up and try and get your screws in by finger before you start with a screwdriver. It would also be a big help to have a magnetic screwdriver. But anyway, again, not too hard, so we got ours in there, and we'll get it screwed down and put our seats back on. That's pretty much the end of the K&N filter, or just a standard air filter replacement.